They seated me outside, not even near the bar or the dance floor, outside next to the trash cans. The smell of spoiled flowers and leftover shrimp drifted through the evening air. My name card, bent at the edges, sat on a wobbling plastic chair. I looked through the glass doors. Laughter, champagne, her, my wife, or I suppose ex-wife now. And beside her, my replacement, the man she swore was just a friend. Her sister's wedding was supposed to be family, a celebration. Instead, it was an exhibition of how disposable I'd become. When she saw me standing there, her lips curled into that practiced smirk. "Guess you don't count anymore," she said, loud enough for the nearby guests to hear. A few chuckles. Someone whispered. I didn't answer, just nodded once. Then I took my gift, the small wrapped box from the table, and walked out. 10 minutes later, she screamed. We met 7 years ago in a library of all places. She asked if I could help her reach a book. Cliché, but real. She smiled like sunlight breaking through fog. I didn't know that smile could later burn. I gave her everything, my trust, my time, my plans. We built a home, shared accounts, futures. But slowly things changed. Late nights became work dinners. Her phone became a fortress. She started speaking to me like I was furniture, useful but not seen. I didn't snoop. I observed. She stopped using her perfume when she came home. She laughed at her phone in silence. The first real proof came by accident. An Uber receipt emailed to our shared account. A drop-off at a hotel under his name. I didn't confront her. Confrontation gives the guilty time to prepare. I started documenting quietly, methodically. Every receipt, message, date. Her affair wasn't just emotional. It was financial. Money withdrawn from our business account disguised as vendor payments. That was her mistake. She forgot I built that company. I knew every transaction, every loophole. I didn't tell her when I filed for divorce. I didn't tell her when I moved the company funds into a separate holding. I didn't tell her when I transferred the assets she thought she owned, the car, the condo, the stock options, all under my legal name. By the time she found out, the papers had already been served. She called me crying, screaming, said I was cruel, said she'd ruin me. I just listened. She wanted a public win, a stage, a chance to humiliate me, to make herself the victim. Her sister's wedding gave her that. But what she didn't know, what no one knew, was that I wasn't there to attend. I was there to deliver. The gift box wasn't wrapped in ribbons or bows, just neat silver paper sealed tight. Inside, a single USB drive labeled Wedding Playlist. When I left, she laughed again, thinking I'd fled in shame. She had no idea the reception hall's media system had already been switched. I'd helped her sister set it up earlier that morning as a favor. 5 minutes after I left, when they played the bride's dance video, it wasn't a dance that filled the screen. It was footage, clear, time-stamped, undeniable, her, him, hotel room, kisses, transfers, receipts. Every moment stitched together with her own voice. Texts, voicemails, promises. The entire hall went silent. Her sister froze mid-step. Her father dropped his glass. And she went pale. Then came the scream. I was already in my car by then, parked far enough to hear the echo of chaos from the hall. I didn't smile. I didn't gloat. I just sat there, hands on the steering wheel, listening to the distant sound of justice. I'd spent months pretending not to notice, not to feel, not to care, so she could believe she'd won. That was her weakness. The arrogance of thinking silence meant defeat. Silence is where plans are born. They say revenge doesn't heal you. Maybe, but it does restore balance. She lost everything that night. Her reputation, her new relationship, even her inheritance once her father saw the proof of her embezzlement from our shared business. The sisters' wedding became infamous, not for love, but betrayal unveiled in high definition. I didn't need to attend the aftermath. I already knew how it ended. When you destroy someone quietly, you don't stay to watch the flames. You just leave them with the matchbox and let their own lies do the burning. Now, sometimes I drive past that same hall. The lights are still bright, the laughter still loud for someone else's story. But I remember that night not as loss, but clarity. Because that was the moment I stopped being the man she betrayed and became the man she'll never forget. She wanted me outside by the trash cans. She forgot that's where I take out the garbage.